A reading from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 6 verse 8 to 15.
Now Stephen, a man full of God's grace and power, performed great wonders and signs among the people. Opposition arose, however, from members of the synagogue of the freedmen, as it was called, Jews of Cyrene and Alexandria, as well as the provinces of Cilicia and Asia, who began to argue with Stephen, but they could not stand up against the wisdom the Spirit gave him as he spoke. Then they secretly persuaded some men to say, "We have heard Stephen speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God." So they stirred up the people and the elders and the teachers of the law. They seized Stephen and brought him before the Sanhedrin. They produced false witnesses who testified, "This fellow never stops speaking against this holy place and against the law. For we have heard him say that this Jesus of Nazareth will destroy this place and change the customs Moses handed down to us." All who were sitting in the Sanhedrin looked intently at Stephen, and they saw that his face was like the face of an angel.
It must have been an amazing experience to see Stephen in action. The authorities wanted to silence him but were unable to do so through a debate. They were probably frustrated and resorted to killing him. They treated Stephen in the same way they did to Jesus, false charges of blasphemy and other accusations. Today's reading shows us that those who die for the gospel follow the footsteps of Jesus.
Responsorial Psalm, chapter 119.
Blessed are they who follow the word of the Lord.
Though rulers sit together and slander me, your servant will meditate on your decrees. Your statutes are my delight. They are my counselors.
Blessed are they who follow the word of the Lord.
I gave an account of my ways, and you answered me. Teach me your decrees. Cause me to understand the way of your precepts, that I may meditate on your wonderful deeds.
Blessed are they who follow the word of the Lord.
Keep me from deceitful ways. Be gracious to me and teach me your law. I have chosen the way of faithfulness. I have set my heart on your laws.
Blessed are they who follow the word of the Lord. The Gospel according to John, chapter 6 verse 22 to 29.
The next day, the crowd that had stayed on the opposite shore of the lake realized that only one boat had been there, and that Jesus had not entered it with his disciples, but that they had gone away alone. Then some boats from Tiberias landed near the place where the people had eaten the bread after the Lord had given thanks. Once the crowd realized that neither Jesus nor his disciples were there, they got into the boats and went to Capernaum in search of Jesus. When they found him on the other side of the lake, they asked him, "Rabbi, when did you get here?" Jesus answered, "Very truly I tell you, you are looking for me, not because you saw the signs I performed, but because you ate the loaves and had your fill. Do not work for food that spoils, but for food that endures to eternal life, which the Son of Man will give you. For on him God the Father has placed his seal of approval." Then they asked him, "What must we do to do the works God requires?" Jesus answered, "The work of God is this, to believe in the one he has sent."
Are we like the crowd in the gospel? Do we want to be with Jesus because of the good things that come when we follow him? Do we desire Jesus more than the fruit of the Spirit that go with our relationship with him? Often, following Jesus is the total opposite of comfortable. But if our lives are rooted in him and our relationship with him, then despite the hardships, uncertainties, and discomforts, we will find true peace.